You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and we are again coming to you from the Tracy Memorial Library here in New London, where they believe the First Amendment mandates the right of all persons to free expression and the corollary right to receive the constitutionally protected expression of others. Today, Kate Neboli from the Library Arts Center in Newport will tell us about a fun annual activity they do that you can be a part of. Hanna Flanders will introduce us to the last in her series, Fresh Farm Starts. We'll take a short tour of the new home to the Center for the Arts, and we'll close with a rundown of the fun things to do in Warner. But first, these messages from another good local business that makes today's show possible. Remember, buying local is an important way to sustain the communities and programs we all love.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
The American Red Cross blood supply is at historically low levels this winter, and we're facing a dangerous situation. Hospitals and patients are counting on donors to get the blood they need. Make a life-saving appointment today. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. So much is always happening at the Library Arts Center in Newport. Let's take a peek and peeps and more. Hi, Kate.
The 14th annual Peeps Diorama Contest will grace the Library Arts Center Gallery once again. We are so looking forward to this community tradition, which really proves that everyone is an artist. If you're not familiar with the Peeps Diorama Contest, it might sound a little crazy, but we promise if you stick with us, it's about the funniest, coolest, sweetest thing you've ever seen, and it's a wonderful spring tradition here. We take marshmallow Peeps candies, both the chicks and the bunnies, and ask people to make dioramas with them. Classic shoebox style dioramas like we all made in elementary school. And it's so much fun. We have children that do it, families, businesses, adults, just general community members, artists, teens, everyone gets involved. And the results are hilarious. A lot of them have to do with puns. A lot of them make social references, cultural references, political references, which might be interesting this year, as well as just good classic fun. Each diorama is a little treasure, and we usually get about 100 of them in the gallery. So the entire gallery is filled with tables filled of dioramas, and we truly have hundreds of people stop in daily to see the dioramas from our region and also from all over the state. So we are the oldest Peeps Diorama Contest in New Hampshire, and we are recognized with the Peeps Company as a diorama contest participant. So this is a zany national thing that people do, and we are pleased to be part of it. The Peeps Diorama Contest will be on display April 12th through 24th in our gallery at 58 North Main Street. Participating entries must be in by April 10th, and the evening of Friday, April 11th, 5 to 6:30 p.m. will be our Peeps Party, which is famed with a s'more roast of Peeps in the parking lot, Peeps-themed appetizers, and lots of trophies made out of Peeps. So we hope people can come to that as well. Currently on exhibit at the Library Arts Center is a gorgeous show called Selections. Selections is an annual show here featuring artwork chosen by our jurors during our annual juried regional show. So while the jurors are selecting work to participate in our juried regional show, they choose their very favorite artists in that show and ask them to be part of selections. So it really brings a body of work from many different artists with different styles in our region to the gallery. It's always a fresh show, it's always well attended, and it really highlights what talented artists we have in our region. That will be on display here through April 3rd. The Library Arts Center Gallery is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 4, Saturdays 10 to 2.
Thanks, Kate. Check out all of their programs for our young ones and see the magic of their development. When we return, Yankee Chronicle will again be joined by Hanna Flanders at the Sweet Beet Market and Cafe in Bradford to introduce her latest video on sustainable foods. But first, these words from another local business that has yours and our show future in hand.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The Kearsarge Food Hub in Bradford is all about sustainable foods. Hanna Flanders has put together a series of videos that addresses that effort. Hi, Hanna.
We are at Sweet Beet Market and Cafe. You might know the Market and Cafe for our delicious products, but we are part of the Kearsarge Food Hub. We focused on these nonprofit food hubs working in the middle of the food supply chain to help support farmers with fair prices and selling their products, marketing their products, while also supporting consumers on the other end of that food supply chain, helping products to be available, to be affordable. And this work is done in many interesting, innovative, and creative ways, and that is what the videos and stories of Love Local are all about. Fresh Start Farms is a program of ORIS, which is the Organization for Refugee and Immigrant Success. And Fresh Start Farms is a collective brand that supports refugee and immigrant farmers that are coming to live in New Hampshire with access to land, access to markets. They're an incredibly dynamic organization, also interested in making food, fresh food, more affordable for Southern New Hampshire communities. So check that out.
I'm Sarah Bauer. I am the director of Fresh Start Farms. Fresh Start Farms, which is a program of the Organization for Refugee and Immigrant Success, ORIS, is a nonprofit. It is a collective brand for refugee and immigrant farmers who grow a wide variety of crops, including culturally specific crops to their home countries. We are here on the Dunbarton Farm. It's a 56-acre farm that about 10 New American farmers farm on. Fresh Start started about almost 20 years ago now by a group of Somali Bantu refugees who wanted to continue to support refugees when they arrive in this country, but also the farming aspect of it was to try to support and honor the skills and experiences that the farmers had at home and be able to adapt that to New England markets.
My name is Sylvain Bukasa. I am a farmer here in Dunbarton for 15 years. Our first focus was our neighbor. We want to produce for our neighbors and then for the market, like farmers market. Sometimes we go directly to families.
There's roughly 40 farmers. We have about 25 farmers who are selling to market. Some farmers are just farming for themselves and farming for their friends and family, and then some farmers are making a business out of it and want to grow. The biggest piece that Fresh Start Farms provides is access to land. So that's the hardest piece for folks. So we own this Dunbarton land here, and then the other properties that we have are in Concord and in Boscawen and their leased properties that basically divide out even amounts of land to farmers based on what their goals are for their farm. We have wash stations at each of the farm, there's walk-in coolers, and then there's staff members that support in training programs, support with pest management and growing and planting plans and all of those pieces of farming, and then also to adapting to the markets and trying to figure out how they want to grow their business. And a huge piece is the access to the Fresh Start Food Hub. In a lot of ways, it's been a very sustainable and guaranteed market for them, which is really exciting. When they sell to the food hub, they don't need to find that on their own and deal with customer service and marketing and sales and all those pieces. We take that piece for them so that they can focus on their farming. I got into this work because of a love of food and a love of land, but we have to get everyone involved in the conversation. We have a big focus on trying to make sure we're supporting the farmers and selling their food, but a big piece of it is how is everybody getting access to this local food and this fresh food? How are we making it affordable? We sell the food that we buy from the farmers, the Fresh Start farmers, as well as other local producers through a CSA farm share, through wholesale, and then also through multiple food access initiatives. We have a mobile market that goes to affordable housing complexes around Manchester and Concord and other community sites. We have a brick and mortar store at our food hub that is in a neighborhood that needs more access to fresh food.
My mission is to feed people with fresh food that is local and that you can eat the same day. Like these ones, when I deliver them, people eat them the same day, which is great. It sometimes helps people who are in situation where they cannot afford because our produce are pretty cheap. We're trying to make sure that people have, food available for them, and especially fresh vegetables. That's our main mission here.
The reality of food work is, especially for middle of the food system, food hubs, is, we're trying really hard to make sure that the farmers are getting a wage that's fair. They're getting a price that's fair for their food, for all the effort that it takes. But still keeping that price accessible for folks is a battle, and it's a challenge. Something that's definitely, we found in a lot of ways really key for us is to be a nonprofit. You're not always going to be able to make it all work and make sure your workers are being paid fairly and the farmers are being paid fairly and you have the equipment that you need without the grants that support our work. To the Fresh Start farmers, it's huge. And to be able to come back to your roots and also to be able to grow that food for the community that they are part of. One program, hey Isha, one really exciting program is the New Hampshire Food Bank has been, through the New Hampshire Feeding New Hampshire program, making a large effort to make sure there are culturally specific crops available in food pantries. There's been a lot of folks who have been just kind of disenfranchised by food pantries because they're not seeing the crops and food that they're used to and want. They've contracted with us to make large wholesale purchases of crops that are specific to countries that the farmers are from. Pumpkin leaves and sorrel and sausawa, and there's been a great response to that. For people to be able to find markets or food pantries that are selling food that they are familiar with and excited to eat, seeing that really helps with their, belonging and feeling like they're part of this community and welcome here.
What's the name of this in your language? Norigi. It's African eggplant or garden egg. Sweet one. That's a sweet one. I must have got one that wasn't sweet.
And you can learn more about our work at the Kearsarge Food Hub and find these videos at kearsargefoodhub.org. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We continue this local food and regional food system education through those channels all year long. So I really hope that you tune in and join us.
Thank you, Hanna, for the efforts of the Kearsarge Food Hub to make sure we keep eating good and well. When your Yankee Chronicle returns, we'll visit the new home of the Center for the Arts as they prepare for their grand opening. Please stay with us on your Yankee Chronicle.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The Center for the Arts is a very broad advocacy organization. They are preparing for the grand opening of their new home. Show us around, Dina.
Thrilled to be here to share with you our new creative space. We are so excited that the Center for the Arts finally has a center. And we are here right now in one of our 2 rooms. So the Center for the Arts' new location is 428 Main Street. We're right across the street from Whipple Hall, and we're right in between Switchback and Little Brother Burger. So if you head down there, you'll be able to find us. We're easiestly accessed in the back, but you can get us also from Main Street. It's exciting because we've always dreamed of having this, and we're finally at this point. So I can't wait to show you the space. It opened up just a few months ago, and we're working on it right now, but we're still using it. Right here, this very room, we're excited to be a consignment art gallery. So we're working on shaping this up, getting this prepared, getting this ready to be used for that come the springtime. Right now, we're using it for a variety of different things, but one of which is our group piano lessons for grades 2 through 5. I am so excited to offer this to the community because we are able to offer this at half the price of traditional private lessons. Normally, it would be so much more expensive, but because we're able to have multiple students at once, they're able to learn together, learn from one another, as well as at a reduced price for our community. It's such a foundational skill for musicians everywhere, and we're thrilled to be able to offer that. We'll also be offering very soon a watercolor class with Robert O'Brien, and we'll still continue to have a variety of other programming through this year and into the next year. But why don't you come join me over in our second of the 2 spaces. This will be our new creative studio. So we are thrilled to show this to you. For those of you who might have been in some of our early conversations, we flip-flopped a few things, but this is a fantastic space that we think we can offer some great art class programs for our community. We have so many things in the docket even being planned now, so many things we want to continue to offer to the community, but of course you can expect some great programming from our fantastic, talented artists in the community, anywhere from watercolor to acrylic to oil painting, as well as fiber art, as well as candle carving. We want to even see some a variety of different other classes here. So you'll be able to come and join us very soon this spring, but we need your help to do that. So we're calling for the community support for a variety of things. 1, share your ideas. We're here for you. We're here for this community. We want to fill the gaps. We want to be a place for creativity to thrive and for the arts to flourish. So share your ideas with us. Also, we need your help. You can see we need some different things that need to shape up around here. We want to make it an inviting and warm space for our community to feel welcome of all ages, of all types. Come on in, and we want this to be a great place, but we need your support to do that. You can go to our website, you can click on our Creative Space campaign under Donate, and you can find a variety of different ways to help us here. We want to be here for you, so come be a part of creating this awesome space with us. The Center for the Arts' mission is to support, promote, and connect artists of all ages in the literary, performing, and visual arts. We're here to enrich the community through the arts, and we do that in a variety of different ways. Our programming consists of mostly free programming that we offer throughout the year, anywhere from a First Friday program, variety of different things in the arts, such as the literary arts, the performing and visual arts, such as our micro galleries, which many of you may know, we offer them 4 times a year. We just completed one. They're fantastic ways to showcase the wonderful artistic talent that we have in our community in the great businesses that are right down here in New London downtown. We also promote our partners and those in the area who are doing great things for the performing arts and for the literary arts as well. For more information, you can find out about our events and programs throughout the year at centerfortheartsnh.org. Check it out. We have all kinds of different things there for you to learn more, and come and be creative with us next year.
Thank you, Dina. The Center for the Arts mission is to enrich lives by supporting, promoting, and connecting literary, performance, and visual artists of all ages to our communities. They are planning a grand opening celebration the 1st of April. Check them out at centerfortheartsnh.org. When we come back, we'll close out our stay here with a visit to Warner and some of the fun places to visit. But first, these words from another one of our underwriters. You could be one too.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge-Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. The southernmost community in our Lake Sunapee region is Warner, a fun little town between exits 8 and 9 on I-89. Tell us more, Catherine.
I'm in the gallery at Main Street Bookends. It is we're in the depth of winter. It's very, very cold, and it's nice to be here in this cozy gallery. And I wanted to encourage everybody to come and experience Warner during the wintertime. You may be coming up to ski, you may be coming just to do a day trip, explore towns around in the neighborhood. So we always like to say something wonderful is happening in Warner. And especially during the winter months, we encourage you to come and check out the downtown. We have restaurants, museums, shops, and friendly people. We're situated in the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, 18 miles northwest of Concord, with 2 exits off of I-89. If you take exit 9, be sure to go past the roundabout and continue on up into the lovely village of Warner. We are the home of the Rollins State Park and the entrance to Mount Kearsarge, as well as Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum. Only open on Fridays, January through April. It houses a huge collection of Native American artifacts. Through partnership with Native peoples, exhibits, and workshops, Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum serves as a living center for artistic expression, traditional values, and contributions from past and contemporary Native life. If you want to make a loop, you might want to start off at Cafe 1 East. It's a coffee house serving espresso drinks, scratch-made baked goods, breakfast, and more. There's a big front porch, there are board games, a place to relax, and they have open mic nights. Just behind the cafe is the Civil War statue of General Walter Harriman, which is in front of the Black Heritage Trail of New Hampshire Warner marker. We're very proud to have that marker there. These are on the central town green along with the Main Street Warner Lodge. This magnificent building was the original Baptist church in 1833, became the home of the Harris Masonic Lodge in the 1960s, and since 2020, when it was bought by the nonprofit Main Street Warner, is now being restored and renovated to become the future home of community events and an indoor performance area. Head on down Main Street and you will see the Warner Town Hall and then a series of shops and restaurants. If you want to check out the Buttonwood shop, they have nature-inspired art and handcrafts, specialty herbal products, artisan-made ceramic vessels, botanical beverages, elixirs and teas, and seasonal flowers, foliage, and plants. It's a fun place to explore. Next door is The Local, a great restaurant. It has a full bar serving excellent food and great selection of craft and domestic beers. It's a family-run and operated business offering an extensive menu that includes handcrafted burgers, sandwiches, and pulled pork. They host events regularly, like the Tuesday Family Nights, Team Trivia Thursdays, Open Mic Fridays, and live music on Saturdays. So it's a fun place to stop and have something to eat. Or check out the best pizza around at Charlie Mac's. Located in the back of an old colonial home, they won New Hampshire Magazine's Best of 2024. Warm and inviting, it's always great food. Next door is the Warner Public Market, a local convenience store and market with farm fresh goods, apothecary, groceries, fresh baked goods, hot to-go food, and beer and wine. Very local and delicious foods. Cross the street and you will see the New Hampshire Telephone Museum. The museum features the collection of the Violet and Bartlett families who collectively worked in the telephone industry for over 85 years. The museum is closed during the winter, but it's something you're going to want to come back and visit. On the adjacent corner is the iconic Pillsbury Free Library. Since 1892, Warner's gateway to information, education, and entertainment. Next door is the Jim Mitchell Community Park, opened 2010 with a terrace, gardens, and an amphitheater for outdoor performances during the summer and fall. This connects to the colonial with an attached barn that was once the home of the Pillsbury family. This is now the home of Main Street Bookends and Gallery, a general bookstore with a gallery representing over 30 local artists. This was started by myself and my husband Neil and brother Jim Mitchell back in 1998. Stop in to browse, check out the artwork, and get a sense of the community of Warner. Keep on down the street and you will reach Reed's North, a restaurant excelling in New England comfort food, an American tavern with craft beers, a whiskey wall, and cocktails. It's also home to trivia nights and a lot of local musicians. Check out the Warner mural on the outside wall, commissioned in 2021 to celebrate all that was and is Warner, and the 250th anniversary of the town being incorporated. Make it complete by visiting the Warner Historical Society and the Upton Chandler House right down the street. There are Warner exhibits always on site. So there's an awful lot to do right here in downtown Warner. It may be the winter months, but there's a lot of cozy places to tuck in, a lot to explore, a lot of great food, and we really encourage you to come and explore Warner during the winter because, as we like to say, something wonderful is always happening in Warner.
Thank you, Catherine. What a fun place to visit, even if you live in the area. I'd like to thank our host this past 4 weeks, Tracy Memorial Library, where they serve the New London community by providing access to diverse ideas and information through a wide variety of library materials, services, technology, and programs. Join us next week for an all-new edition of Yankee Chronicle. Tune into our Game of the Week highlighting our area basketball teams and football action. You can find it on Comcast 8 and TDS TV 13 and 1013. Replays are every Sunday and Monday at noon and 7 p.m. and anytime on demand at ycnnow.com. Check out our program schedule at ycnnow.com for the most up-to-date information on games, Yankee Chronicle, Kruger Chronicle, and specials. We'll see you again next week for another round of your Who, What, Where, and When show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region. I'm Abby Peel. Maple sugar sweet thoughts for everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge-Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.